back, people, to another JVS movie review. This time we are bringing you the latest from Dave Bautista, Mr. Hollywood Will Make Me to a Star If It Kills Them, My Spy, starring himself and Miss Chloe Coleman. I think that's the little girl's name, and that's the only other person I will mention for this movie, because other than that, no one else really matters in this movie. Let's give you a quick synopsis of it. So hard to find a good synopsis. Here we go. So, 9-year-old Sophie catches JJ, hardened CIA operative, spying on her family during a routine surveillance operation. In exchange for not blowing his cover, JJ begrudgingly agrees to show the precocious girl how to become a spy. It sounds as bad as it is, really. This is the same, again, another Hollywood troupe of big muscle man, little children comedy. It fits, whether it's Jingle All the Way, whether it's the recent Playing with Fire with John Cena, whether it's been the game Playing with The Rock, or the Tooth Fairy with The Rock, or the Pacifier with Vin Diesel, or the film that I'm going to compare to the most, Kindergarten Cop with Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's the mode that this film fits in. Now, I'll say this. The biggest issue with this film is that Mr. Bautista, while nice and great in supporting roles like a Guardians of the Galaxy or even his non-speaking role in Spectre, works well. Issue is when he has to be the lead guy, he doesn't have the charisma necessary to carry a movie this flawed. Like all those other actors in all those other movies, they were able to carry it because they had a certain amount of charisma that this guy does not possess. And because he doesn't possess it, it doesn't come off well at all, really. It reminds you of all the flaws that are in the thinking that this movie should have ever been made in the first place. Now, for people that don't know, it was supposed to be released last August. It got pushed back to May of this year, and then with everything that happened, it got pushed back again to April of this year, where it got bought by Amazon and is going to come directly on Amazon Prime and not be released in theaters. That is a perfect audience for this film. It's a streaming audience. This is something where if you have teenagers that still like kiddie movies like this will work. If you're just looking for a movie to sit around and watch as a family, and your family does not consist of anyone under the age of 12, it works. If it does, unfortunately, this is why I compared it to Kindergarten Cop. At times, this movie is way too adult to be targeted towards children. One, this movie has way too much cursing to be targeted towards children at all. So it fails on that level, along with other things. It's a very simple plot. It makes no sense most of the time. You're just sitting there wondering, how did we get to A to B to C to D? And it gets to the point where you just throw it all out the window and say, you know what, we're just going to ride out with this and hope for the best. And you get the best that this movie can be at times. Again, the little girl is cute. Her relationship with Dave Bautista never really materializes to anything. But action is good in this movie. Unfortunately, it's the main reason why it's not suitable for children. It's because of the action and other things that fit well for this film. Kind of weird there. But My Spy, the latest from STX, who initially again pushed this film back for Hustlers. That was a very smart idea to do. Now coming on Amazon Prime. Out of a possible 10, I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 10. This is like a deranged Disney family film that families should not watch together in any way, shape, form, or fashion. And I don't know what they were thinking at this point. Maybe, just maybe, Dave Bautista works better in supporting roles, and we don't have to worry about him being a lead anymore. If we're going to give this, or a Stuber, or anything of that nature, you can't put him in these roles right here. This movie possibly would have worked better with someone with a little bit more charisma, a little bit more likability, things that Dave Bautista really does not have, to push it, to make it more than it should be. But that's neither here nor there. Maybe if you are a parent who don't mind your kids hearing a lot of cuss words and a lot of action, this movie could be for you. You may enjoy it with your family. Hey, if you see it and you enjoy it, let us know. Put it in the comment section below. Let us know what you think about it. But again, this has been our review of My Spy, starring Dave Bautista. It drops, I want to say digitally, April 24th, I think. Don't quote me on it. I think Amazon Prime is dropping April 24th though. Check it out. Peace, people.